Hi, this is Cynthia Weiss, and I'm bringing you a teachable moment. Thank you first for electing me to the Cave Creek Unified School District Governing Board. I have not done a teachable moment since my campaign, so I'm happy to bring you this one today. A little bit of research that I've done, and I want to show you what I've learned. And this particular teachable moment is on supplemental classroom funding per student, and this would be for the next school year. So I've brought together some research from several sources, and I'm going to sort of walk you through this little chart here to show you what I've learned. So first I'm going to show you voter approved funding in two forms, capital outlay and M&O override. Now, capital outlay is a ballot request that is made for school districts to purchase things like technology, equipment, and books. Now, Cave Creek Unified, we have none, and Deer Valley Unified has none. Scottsdale Unified has some. Paradise Valley and Fountain Hills all have some capital outlay money that's been granted by their voters. Now, at Cave Creek Unified, we have asked for capital outlay 4 times since the year 2000. We asked in 2000, 2003, 2005, and 2007. All 4 of those requests were denied by the voters. So we haven't had any capital outlay that's been voter approved for a very, very long time that I know of. Now, M&O override, you'll see also we have none compared to Deer Valley, Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, and Fountain Hills all have overrides in place. And I think for all of them, they're full 15% overrides. We used to have fully funded overrides, but when asked to renew them, the last 3 attempts failed. So in an effort to support our schools and our classrooms, we decided to go for the district-sponsored charter school, considering that many of our schools already had charter-like special programming in place. And so we had that for, I think, 3 years, but the legislature has just removed half that funding for the next school year, and then after this 2015-16 school year, it will all go away. So for next year, we're funded at 50%, which is $1.7 million. So these 2 voter-approved items, I was able to get this information from the Maricopa County Assessor's Report. And what I've done is I've taken it, I've added it together, and I've divided it by the number of students enrolled in each of these districts. Now that number I got from the Arizona Auditor General report from the Prop 301 reporting. So this is the student count per district. And so when you do that math, what you end up with is per student supplemental classroom funding for Cave Creek Unified for next school year is $324. Now, mind you, for this past school year, it was $648 because we had that 100% district-sponsored charter funding in place. And the following year, it will go to 0 unless we do something. So Deer Valley Unified is at $483, Scottsdale at $709, Paradise Valley at $866, Fountain Hills at $1,101. And as a final comparison, I find it interesting to take a look at how these districts compare performance-wise. So Cave Creek Unified, we're an A district, we're ranked number 5 in the state. Deer Valley is ranked 13th, also an A district, and Scottsdale Unified is ranked 14th, an A district. Paradise Valley and Fountain Hills are B districts. They are not ranked because the ADE only ranks the A districts. So that is the conclusion of my report here. I did want to also add to you, I'm sure if you've been reading Dr. Burdick's monthly letters, she indicated that the administration will most likely recommend that the governing board call for override election this year so that we can fill in this hole basically in our budget with some override funding that's been left behind, the hole that's been left behind from the loss of this district-sponsored charter funding. So I think those of you that know me know what I'm going to have to say and vote about that. However, as a governing board member, I am sworn to to withhold all judgment until I have heard from the public. So if you have anything that you'd like to share with me or ask of me, feel free to reach out. My email is cweiss@ccusd93 I hope that you have learned something during this teachable moment on supplemental classroom funding per student. Thanks for listening.